players with that close of skill, and they know each other's playstyles in and out, so not at all surprising to see Dan return the favor that Big Mac dropped last week on the 3-0, just right back. But on this side, we got Jimmy over here. He actually was able to take out Snoofle to make it to Tyroy in this game on Smashville, and opening up really hot in Game 1.
Yeah, Jimmy's been playing pretty well pretty much all day, and when he does show up, he was a little bit inactive last season. And I remember there was a period in time when we were talking about, you know, the PR, and I was like, all right, so who's good in our scene? And we would sit down and go, all right, so everybody made the same list of 10 players in different orders, and 11th was Jimmy. So it was like, okay, so we got 10 good players in Jimmy. Well, yeah, pretty much. He was the gatekeeper for a long time. Not around duty and activity. He's a threat to upset anybody in any time, specifically on Chicago's PR, but then he's also occasionally a threat to play a little inconsistently. But today is not one of those days. Today is one of the very strong days that he's coming out with.
He's definitely earned his way into this winner's semis bout. Tyroy able to hit 60% right back. Jimmy still maintaining this strong stage position, using Cloud's big disjointed aerials to just bat away this Bayonetta, center flying off screen. He's been spending a lot of time recovering back to this ledge. And now Jimmy's got the limit, he's going to immediately burn it for some reason. And I guess that might be the inconsistency you were talking about.
On the other hand, he got that side B to hit through the stage in Smashville, something we saw a couple weeks ago that ended a Game 5 Ned versus Tyroy set. So probably a little bad deja vu there for Tyroy as it hit him. That might actually wake him up and feel a little bit of fire, but we'll see.
So he's going to pay the ultimate price for this one. Yep, going all the way out with that taxi platform in the perfect spot, finding the second back air.
That was really smart to dash into it before he jumped up for the back air so he didn't short it, and he knew that he would have the time to do that, so good calculation there. Tyroy taking stock 1. Already looking good, despite the up B hitting him early on in that first stock. And as a result of Cloud dying, not going to have the rage to kill with that dare.
Yeah, sweet spot down air. We've seen other Clouds, like at the top level, Tweak is able to use that out of shield pretty effectively as like a strong punish, knowing the percent range where it kills, but Jimmy just a little bit off the mark there, and those auto links sending Cloud to the skies, but looks like Cloud's going to make it back. Put himself in a good spot here. Back in center stage. He's just really a button or two away, I think, from just finishing off this Bayo and evening the stocks.
When Jimmy was up there in the sky a second ago, Tyroy tried to mini shorten as Jimmy burns his limit there down low, which is not a good spot to be in. Tyroy tried to like delay the up B on the second auto link and catch Jimmy at like post air dodge, which is really hard to time. He was a little bit off. Jimmy was able to air dodge, I believe, a second time to get through all of it.
Yeah, sometimes you think those witch twists will last long enough to catch the air dodges, but when you don't actually land onto a character, the witch twist is kind of a quick animation. Like, the Bayo just kind of flies really fast in the air. It only lingers that long when you actually catch someone, and then all the multi-hits start going off, which it makes it easy to kind of mistime those air dodge reads sometimes. So Tyroy kind of missing the mark like you're saying. But he doesn't look worse for wear right now. Now it's his turn to be turning around all this heat onto Jimmy, who again has to burn his limit defensively. I think that's 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 on limit uses into Climb Hazard instead of using them aggressively with like a cross slash or something like that.
Yeah, he went really deep. He was trying to catch Tyroy with something. When you got 100 rage, you got Bayo really low and 50. It's a risk to take. I don't necessarily always agree with the crazy risk, but Jimmy is not a passive player by any sense of the word. He is not afraid to go for crazy stuff. He's still one of the Clouds that'll go for finishing touch combos fearlessly. Cloud sitting on max rage, so you never know what can happen in that situation, but not looking great. The back air going the wrong direction. And Jimmy going to be able to get back.
Tyroy almost didn't. That would have been quite a turn of events. But with this rage, a cross slash will definitely kill Bayo at the ledge here, but instead that up air going to finish it up, nowhere to run from that taxi platform, and that's going to cost Jimmy game 1.
I'm surprised Tyroy didn't go, he went for the, I think, down throw. He didn't go for forward throw. I guess he was in the middle of the stage, even though Cloud being at 180 with the limit. Not sure if that would have killed. Tyroy knows percent's better than me, though, so I'm sure it wouldn't have.
It's a DI mix-up for sure. So, like, you want a DI in if it's a forward throw. If you go for the down throw, you want a DI away. And so, might have tripped up Jimmy and maybe have been enough. Either way, both of those kill throws are very much air quotes kill throws. Not the kind that's going to kill at any reasonable percent from center stage.
Yeah, we're not talking nest back throws. We're talking you did a bunch of damage to make this happen.
But Tyroy was able to clutch it out with a little bit of a frame trap, using Smashville's platform to his advantage. Then Jimmy trying to open up, like he did in Game 1, using these falling up airs, just one of Cloud's best neutral tools. You can use the short hop frames of Cloud just to fade away, and then continue with the up air. But alright, Tyroy looking to shut me up, talking about Cloud neutral. You don't need neutral on your Bayonetta looking for crazy reads like that.
Just mistiming it a little bit. It would have been crazy to get the dare spike. That move, as we've talked about in Chronicled, I think everybody's now aware of it at this point. That is a very strange move in terms of Smash 4 just dynamic over the course of like all the characters in game. Bayonetta's down air is the one I think that confuses me more than anything. Like why it has the crazy knockback it does for what the move is. Tyroy with a commanding lead here, putting on some ledge pressure. Dash attack's going to get Jimmy out of that.
Tyroy putting on great pressure again. You see how the back air is also just such a great tool for neutral in these last hit Bayo situations. Able to pressure really well, getting 2 out into a single hop. But the up air going to trade incredibly well.
Trades you do not want. A trade that does damage and gets you killed is almost never worth it. Probably is never worth it.
Man, how Jimmy sneaking again away from Tyroy here. Tyroy's been putting on crazy pressure against Cloud's Climb Hazard, especially when Jimmy knows he can't sweet spot it. But Jimmy's been able to recover every time. That's definitely a positive he can take away from these sets so far. But he's just got to come up with 1 or 2 more neutral wins and then be able to save that limit for those kill situations instead of burning it kind of recklessly and unnecessarily off the stage so far. Limit is primed now. All right, coming out with a neutral air instead of a fadeaway up air, missing up the timing a little bit from Tyroy. He wasn't quite ready for that, but ooh, that neutral air is such a great hit. And now I don't think there's anything Jimmy can do.
No, he's gone. So he went for a dare to try to trade with Tyroy's straight up B witch twist, and didn't work out so good. I respect the risk, but again, Jimmy with the risk taking, getting himself punished. It happened a lot in Game 1 where he was losing his limit as a result of him going off stage, and then in Game 2, ensures his demise. So now he's going to be in a 2-0 hole against the #1 seed, and he is going to have a very large hill to climb. He is going to get triplats, but that's about the extent of what he's quote-unquote getting right now.
This is a matchup, both character versus character and player versus player, where Jimmy's risk-taking can like severely punish him. You've seen just very small, like Jimmy's been playing really well on his recovery game. I mentioned it right before he lost that second stock, but all it takes is one small mistake, and Tyroy's been capitalizing, coming through here, and we'll see if Battlefield is where this winner's bracket run ends. And wow, great backer sneaking out instead of that witch twist finisher.
That was so many hitboxes, and that was really, really good, like soft hit neutral air follow-up that Tyroy had. Oh, the witch time. Jimmy going straight in, but that up smash not going to kill. He had to throw it out quickly. I guess he didn't have charge on witch time. I don't recall him going for it too much, but
it's kind of weird because I feel like Tyroy could have gone for down tilt up smash, and he wouldn't have been able to charge the up smash in that situation. But okay, maybe it's not even going to matter because he's able to catch just that single witch twist very far off to the left side of the stage, and there's nothing Jimmy can do about it without any limit.
Yeah, Cloud's biggest flaw, recovery without limit.
Tyroy having a field day in this Game 3 and in this set. Let's see if Jimmy can come up with an answer. He needs something statement. And speaking of statements, that's Tyroy with the big fist.
Yeah, these two characters have essentially become Melee's Fox Falco version of Smash 4, where you've got the character with the good tools to deal with the top character, but he also has a worse recovery. And that's pretty much it. That's the story of the game right here in this Bayo Cloud matchup. And Jimmy, unfortunately, has been at the wrong end of the recovery difficulties pretty much the entire set. He's been able to sneak through some of the Bayonetta edgeguard attempts, but when you're kind of at best, he's been sneaking through, and that's not where you want to be, as he has to burn up B again with that up air, although he does finish off the stock.
Every single time, Pete. I don't think he's been able to use a single limit offensively this entire best of 5. And that's just, when you take away that tool from Cloud, you see if Cloud's forced to not have limit, of course, without limit.
You were saying? I'm
Jimmy
sorry.
making Cloud look like a super top tier. That's that incredible string.
That timing was really unfortunate on the explanation. All right, there we go. He at least threw it out. Like, he didn't just burn it. Because the worst part about those up Bs is he was burning them in situations where he could have recovered normally, theoretically. Like, without it. Although, he's far away now.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nowhere to go.
And he is gone. The most impressive part of Bayonetta's game is that off-stage edge guarding. She can kind of just go wherever she wants with the triple jump glitch, the ability to just, you know, I have 4 jumps, I'm going to come after you.
especially when Cloud is just so limited in his options off stage. Like, when Cloud is out there, and especially when he doesn't have a jump, you kind of know exactly where he's going to go, and that's what Tyroy